Have you ever been told you look younger than your age and wondered why? What if it's not just genetics, skincare, or healthy habits, but something deeper that can't be explained with common sense? In a world obsessed with youth, the secret may not lie in your creams or diets, but in secrets only few have mastered to maintain a youthful glow. What could these secrets be? Stay tuned as we uncover the spiritual reasons why some people seem ageless and the spiritual meaning behind it. Number 7. They release emotional baggage quickly. Have you ever seen someone who just looks light, not just in their body, but in their face, in their eyes, in the way they walk through life? They may not be the youngest in the room, but there's something fresh about them. Something soft, calm, and open. You look at them and wonder how they carry so much peace. And here's the quiet truth: they've learned to let go. Letting go of pain, bitterness, regret, and guilt isn't easy. It's one of the hardest things a person can do. But it is also one of the most powerful. When you carry old wounds, even if no one else sees them, your body remembers. Your face remembers. Your soul remembers. And with time, the weight begins to show. Anger stiffens your features. Guilt lowers your gaze. Resentment puts tension where there used to be softness. These emotions are heavy, and when you hold them for too long, they begin to shape not just your heart but your body. The frown lines deepen. The smile fades. The sparkle in the eyes dims. But those who let go, those who learn how to forgive others, and most importantly, forgive themselves, they glow differently. They don't pretend the pain didn't happen. They don't erase the memory, but they choose not to carry it anymore. They place it down, gently, slowly, with time. And as they do, something remarkable happens. Their faces soften. Their eyes brighten. The energy and aura they exude becomes peaceful. And yes, they begin to look younger. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean you accept what was wrong or that the hurt didn't matter. It means you are choosing your peace over your pain. You are choosing to move forward. You are choosing to live today instead of being trapped in yesterday. It takes courage to forgive someone who never apologized. It takes strength to walk away from a memory that keeps calling you back. But every time you release even a little bit of that emotional baggage, your soul breathes easier. And your face, your posture, your body, all of it reflects that lightness. Think about the people who inspire you most. The ones who radiate warmth, kindness, and calm. Chances are they've been through a lot. But instead of holding on to the hurt, they've let it pass through them. They've cried, they've healed, and they've moved on. That's why they shine. When your heart is free, it shows. You laugh more. You sleep better. You love deeper. And without even trying, your skin glows, your smile returns, and your whole presence becomes magnetic. That's the power of a clean heart. Holding on to emotional pain can make you look older than you are. But peace, real peace, has the opposite effect. It renews you. It makes you feel lighter, younger, and more alive. And no cream, no makeup, no diet can do what peace of mind can do. So if you're holding on to something heavy, something someone said, something you did, something that broke your heart, consider this. Maybe it's time to let it go. Not because they deserve peace, but because you do. You deserve to be free. You deserve to wake up without the weight of the past. You deserve to smile without anything behind it. And if you've already begun this journey of releasing emotional baggage, take a moment to feel proud. You're doing something rare and sacred. You're healing from the inside out. Let go, not all at once, but little by little. Each time you do, you become a little lighter, a little clearer, a little younger, not just in how you look, but in how you live. And that, dear soul, is beauty. Real, lasting, and deeply spiritual. This is just the beginning. The next reasons will blow your mind. Number 6. They live in alignment with their true self. There is something incredibly powerful about a person who knows who they are and isn't afraid to live that truth. You can feel it the moment they walk into a room. They don't need to impress anyone. They don't need to chase attention. They simply are, and that is enough. Living life authentically and unapologetically simply means you're not pretending. You're not shrinking to fit into someone else's expectations of you. You're not wearing a mask just to be accepted. Instead, you're choosing to live honestly from the inside out. And believe it or not, this simple choice to be true to yourself has a surprising effect. It keeps you looking and feeling young. When we live in a way that doesn't match who we are, it creates stress, sometimes so quietly that we don't even notice it. We force ourselves into jobs we hate, relationships that drain us, routines that feel unnatural. We smile when we're not happy. We say yes when we mean no. And all that inner tension eventually makes its way to the surface. It shows in our eyes, our skin, the way we carry ourselves. Over time, the body begins to express the strain of the soul. But people who live in alignment with their truth don't carry that kind of tension. They may still face challenges, but they face them as themselves, not a version of themselves shaped by fear or expectation. That makes all the difference. They choose work that speaks to their heart. They keep friends who see and value them for who they really are. They speak honestly, act kindly, and live freely. And in doing so, they create peace within themselves. And peace is beautiful. Have you ever noticed that peace has a look? It's not loud. It's not dramatic. It's quiet, soft, deep, and when it fills a person, it becomes visible. It reflects in their relaxed face, in their steady voice, in the calm confidence they carry. It's the kind of beauty that doesn't fade with age. In fact, it grows. When you are truly yourself, your energy flows naturally. You don't have to fake anything. Your laughter is real. Your tears are honest. Your presence becomes a safe place for others and for yourself. That inner peace keeps your body from burning out. It reduces stress. It softens your heart, makes you glow. Living in alignment isn't about being perfect. It's not about being strong all the time. It's about being real. And that kind of realness is rare in a world where so many people hide who they are just to belong. But you are meant to live with freedom. You are meant to speak with your own voice, walk your own path, and carry your own light. And when you do, not only will your soul thank you, your body will too. So if you've ever looked at someone who seems to age backward and wondered what their secret is, when you look further you would find out, it's not in what they eat or how much they sleep. It's in their spirit. They are simply being who they were created to be. And the body, when it is no longer carrying the weight of pretending, begins to heal. It begins to rest. And in that rest it renews. To live true is to live young no matter your age. Number 5. They practice gratitude daily. There is something quite beautiful about a person who is truly grateful. You can see it in the way they speak, the way they move through the world, and the way they treat others. People who live with gratitude carry a softness in their eyes and a lightness in their spirit. And somehow, they always seem to shine a little brighter, like life itself has been kind to them, even when it hasn't always been easy. Gratitude doesn't mean everything is perfect or you've always had things go the way you planned it. While that is not the case, they have had their own fair share of life's challenges. In fact, many of the most grateful people have walked through deep sorrow. But instead of letting pain harden them, they've chosen to let it teach them. They've chosen to look at life not through the lens of what's missing, but through the lens of what still remains. And this choice changes everything. When you focus on what you have, no matter how small, something in your body relaxes. Your breath deepens. Your face softens. You start to notice and appreciate the little things in your life: a warm cup of tea, a kind word, a sunrise, the sound of laughter, and each one becomes a gift. A moment to hold, a reason to smile. Gratitude slows you down, grounds you. It takes your attention away from worry, comparison, and stress and gently brings it back to now. And when your heart is fully in the present moment, your body responds in the best way. It calms down. It heals. It glows. Science tells us that gratitude can improve sleep, reduce stress, and even support a healthier immune system. But beyond all that, gratitude gives your soul something far deeper: peace. And peace is what keeps your spirit alive and your body young. Think of a child. Their eyes are wide because everything is new, and every small thing brings wonder. That's the heart of gratitude. It's not just saying thank you when something big happens. It's being able to pause and feel full even in the middle of the ordinary. Grateful people don't chase happiness. They find it where they are. And that quiet joy begins to live in their face, in their smile, and in the way they light up a room without saying a word. Maybe that's why they look so youthful. Because their heart hasn't grown bitter. It hasn't forgotten beauty. It still sees magic in simple things. So if you've been feeling tired, heavy, or worn out, try this. Stop. Look around. Name 3 things you're thankful for right now. Say it out loud if you can. Whisper it if you must. Let your heart remember what is still good. Gratitude is not just something you feel. It's something you practice. And the more you practice it, the more it changes your mind, your emotions, your body, and yes, even your face. Gratitude is free, but its value is endless. It can turn a simple life into a rich one. It can turn a tired soul into a peaceful one. And it can turn a face lined by worry into one lifted by quiet joy. So if you want to stay young not just in body, but in spirit, start with gratitude. Count your blessings, not burdens. Speak hope, not fear. And every day find something small to say thank you for. Because a thankful heart is a youthful heart. And a youthful heart always shines through. If you think it's all about gratitude, stay tuned because the next reason will amaze you. Number 4, they spend time in nature regularly. There's a kind of healing that only nature knows how to give. It doesn't come in noise or crowds or flashing screens. It comes in stillness, in birdsong, in sunlight slipping through trees, in the rhythm of waves or the whisper of leaves in the wind. People who spend time in nature often carry something calm and unshakable inside them. And somehow they seem to age slower, smile deeper, and move with more grace. It's not just in their bodies, it's in their energy, their peace, their glow. You see, the modern world pulls at us. It asks us to move fast, to stay busy, to live online more than we live in our own skin. And over time, that disconnect shows. Our minds get tired. Our hearts grow restless. Our bodies tense up. Even our faces, under too much strain, begin to wear the weight of that invisible pressure. But nature resets us. Stepping outside even just for a little while gives our soul room to breathe again. It reminds us of things we forget. That beauty doesn't have to be bought. That silence is not empty. That we are a part of something ancient and alive. When you walk barefoot on the earth, your body remembers its connection to life. When you breathe in the scent of trees or feel the warmth of the sun on your face, your nervous system slows. Your heartbeat steadies. Your shoulders drop. Your mind clears. And in that gentle return to balance, healing begins. Nature doesn't rush. It doesn't compare. It isn't demanding. It simply is and invites you to do the same. And that invitation is sacred, especially in a world that forgets how to rest. People who spend regular time in nature know how to listen. They know how to notice. They know how to slow down long enough to feel the wind on their face. These small things awaken the senses, ease the mind, and soften the heart. That softness becomes visible. There's a certain lightness in the eyes of someone who watches sunsets, who walks through forests, who sits quietly by the water. They don't age the same. Not because they've escaped life's difficulties, but because they've found a place to lay them down. Nature is a kind mirror. It doesn't criticize. It doesn't judge. It just welcomes you as you are. And that kind of love is healing. So if your days feel too loud or your heart too heavy, go outside. Find a quiet patch of grass, a trail, a shore, a tree. Let yourself be still. Listen. Breathe. Let the earth remind you of what you've forgotten. Because nature knows how to hold your soul when the world becomes too much. And the more time you spend in her care, the younger you begin to feel, not just in your body, but deep in your spirit. Band that kind of youth doesn't fade. Number 3, they laugh often and take life lightly. There is something deeply refreshing about a person who laughs easily. Someone whose eyes light up with joy. Someone who doesn't carry the weight of the world in their voice or their shoulders. They smile often not to hide pain, but because they've chosen joy. Even in small things. And joy, real joy, has a way of keeping people young. Laughter isn't just sound, it's medicine. It loosens the tight places inside you. It lifts the fog from your mind and gives your body a break from stress. It says, even now I can breathe. Even here I can still feel light. People who laugh often don't take life so seriously that it breaks them. They feel deeply, yes, but they also know when to let go. They find humor in the middle of the chaos. They give themselves permission to be silly, to dance in the kitchen, to make mistakes without shame. And that freedom shines in their faces. Have you ever met someone who radiates warmth, even when life hasn't been easy for them? Chances are they've learned the art of holding joy close even in the dark. Not because they've avoided sorrow, but because they've learned not to let sorrow have the final say. Laughter doesn't erase pain, but it softens it. It opens the window when life feels stuffy. It lets light in, and that light shows. When you laugh from the belly, the muscles in your face relax. The stress in your body melts a little. Your immune system wakes up. Your heart opens. Your spirit dances, and all of that movement inside reflects outside. Your eyes sparkle. Your skin glows. You feel alive. Children laugh hundreds of times a day. Adults are just a handful. Somewhere along the way we forget that laughter is essential. We trade it for worry. We chase perfection. We hold our breath. And slowly our joy fades from our faces. But the ones who look younger than their years, they never lost their laugh. They didn't let the world steal their wonder. They laugh at themselves. They laugh with others. They laugh when they trip. They laugh when plans fall apart. Not because they don't care, but because they do just not enough to lose their peace over things they can't control. Laughter is a kind of release, a reset, a return to presence. And people who take life lightly, who refuse to be crushed by every inconvenience or slowed down by every disappointment, carry an inner youthfulness that no cream or diet can offer. So if life has grown too heavy, if your smile feels distant, try this. Find a reason to laugh today. Listen to something that brings joy. Talk to someone who lifts you. Don't wait for a perfect moment. Laugh now, right here. For no reason at all, because laughter is not just for the young. It's what keeps you young. Let your laughter be your medicine. Let your joy be your rebellion. Let your lightness be the very thing that helps you rise again. You don't have to carry everything. You're allowed to laugh your way through even the hard parts. That's what the radiant ones do. They keep their joy close. And in doing so, they keep their youth too. Number 2, they don't live in the past. Some people walk through life like they're carrying invisible bags on their backs. Bags filled with regrets, old wounds, past mistakes, and words that still hurt. Over time, these unseen weights bend the soul. They add wrinkles to the face, tiredness to the eyes, and heaviness to the heart. But then there are others. People who have been through real pain but don't wear it like a badge. People who have forgiven, healed, and moved forward. These are the ones who seem to glow from the inside out. Their secret is simply that they don't live in the past. Letting go is not forgetting. It's not pretending something didn't happen. It's choosing not to let it define you anymore. It's saying, yes, that was part of my story, but it is not who I am today. People who look younger than their age have often mastered this. They've learned how to release what they cannot change. They've stopped replaying old arguments in their heads. They've stopped punishing themselves for things they did when they didn't know better. They've stopped holding on to bitterness that only hurts them in the end. This kind of freedom shows. When the soul is not dragging the weight of yesterday, the body breathes easier. The face lifts, the eyes shine. Because peace isn't just something you feel, it's something you wear. Living in the past can create stress without end. And stress, quietly and steadily, ages a person. It stiffens the body. It clouds the mind. It wears the skin. But living in the present, choosing to be here in this moment, gives you access to joy, hope, and lightness. Think of someone who always brings calm into a room. Someone who listens with presence, who isn't constantly bringing up old stories or old pain. Their energy feels fresh, open, and gentle. That's what letting go does. It makes space for new life to come in. If you've been holding on to something, an old hurt, an old version of yourself, a decision you can't take back, this is your reminder. You don't have to carry it anymore. You can forgive yourself. You can begin again. You can free your heart. And when your heart is free, your whole body will express it. Your voice softens. Your body loosens. Your face relaxes. You return to yourself, not the one who was hurt, but the one who survived. Living in the past is like trying to walk forward with your eyes always looking backward. Eventually, you miss the beauty that's right in front of you. But those who look youthful beyond their years, they see now. They live now. They love now. And that presence, gentle, grounded, joyful bliss that keeps them light, keeps them glowing, keeps them young. Number 1, they live with purpose. There's a special kind of energy in people who live with purpose. Not just those who are busy or successful, but those who wake up knowing why they're here. People who don't just exist, they live fully, intentionally, gratefully. And that purpose, it shows in their face, in their posture, in the way they walk into a room. There's something timeless about them, something that doesn't fade with age. Purpose is more than a job. It's more than goals or titles. Purpose is knowing that your life means something, that your time matters, that your presence touches others even in quiet ways. People who look younger than their age often carry this deep knowing. They don't wander through life waiting for it to feel right. They create meaning in every day. They serve. They grow. They love. They give. And in doing so, they tap into something bigger than themselves. When your life is full of purpose, your soul stays lit. You don't waste energy pretending. You don't feel lost or bitter. You have something to wake up for. Something that keeps your heart alive. And when the heart is alive, so is the body. Stress takes a back seat. Worry loses its grip. Even challenges become part of a greater picture, something worth walking through. Purpose strengthens your spirit, and that strength reflects outward in a powerful way. Have you noticed how people who care deeply, who help others, who are passionate about something, they seem to glow differently? Their faces look peaceful. Their energy feels young. That's not a trick of skincare or diet. That's the power of meaning. People with purpose don't get stuck in small things. They don't carry bitterness or chase empty pleasures. Their joy runs deeper. Their smiles come from a place of truth. They give more, but they're also more fulfilled. And that fulfillment, it's visible. So if you've been feeling drained, lost, or older than you are, maybe you don't need a new cream or a new routine. Maybe you just need to ask yourself one question. What makes me feel alive? Follow that. Even if it's small. Even if it scares you. Even if no one understands. Because when you do what you're made to do, whether it's raising a child, making music, comforting others, or simply being kind, you light up. You return to your center. You come back to life. And life is the real secret to youth. Not perfection. Not control. Just being deeply, beautifully alive. Those who live with purpose don't age the way others do. They walk through life with fire in their eyes, gentleness in their touch, and peace in their soul. And that, more than anything, is what keeps them young. People who look younger than their age are often the ones who live with purpose, who wake up every day having something to look forward to. They've made peace with the past. They laugh freely. They forgive quickly. They keep their hearts open even when the world tries to harden them. They carry lightness in their spirit, and that lightness becomes visible. They don't waste time pretending to be someone they're not. They don't hold on to pain that was meant to pass. They know that joy is not a luxury, it's a way of life. And they seek beauty not just in sunsets or flowers, but in people, in small moments, in the sacred ordinary. That's why they shine. Their youthfulness is a reflection of how deeply they've lived, how gently they've loved, and how freely they've let go. So each time you stare at the mirror and your reflection ever troubles you, don't rush to fix your face. Look into your soul. Ask yourself, am I living lightly? Am I forgiving? Am I joyful, grateful? Do I have a purpose for my life? Because true beauty doesn't age. And when the soul is soft and free, the body follows. You are more than your age. You are more than your appearance. You are a story, and there's a beauty in you the world around you needs to experience. Keep that soul clear. Keep that heart open. And the glow you carry will never fade. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and follow us for more.